Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, the new wildfire evacuation orders, dangerous smoke, and the air quality alerts right now. Out of control, the largest wildfire in California this year, spreading rapidly. 100 homes and buildings destroyed in just 5 days. This morning, what we know about the man arrested on suspected arson charges.
Race for the White House. Less than 100 days until the final votes.
We got to fight ahead of us.
Vice President Kamala Harris raises $200 million in just 1 week as she searches for a running mate. Donald Trump tells supporters they won't have to vote anymore if he's elected. We're breaking down the latest polls. Israel threatens retaliation after a deadly rocket attack from Lebanon killed at least a dozen children on a soccer field.
Demanding justice for Sonya Massey. Thousands gathering across the country for a day of mourning.
ABC News exclusive on the Trump assassination attempt.
You had no communication with the Secret Service at all on that Saturday.
What the local SWAT team that first spotted the shooter says went wrong that day.
40 hours lost at sea. How this couple managed to survive after being swept away by the current on a diving trip.
Born to fly, Biles back on top with Simone and Suni Lee soaring into the all-around individual finals. Plus, USA with 2 top butterfly spots in the pool as KD and LeBron rule the court. And Sophia Smith and the U.S. soccer squad dominating the field. And Deadpool and Wolverine taking the gold.
I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Fans are running to the box office and now gearing up for more. Hold that thought. Secrets out on Robert Downey Jr.'s surprise announcement. And his marvelous return.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
That man knows how to make it interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, America, and good afternoon to Lara in Paris, who is tracking all things Team USA. We'll check in with her in just a little bit.
We love our chic nana in Paris, Lara Spencer, and we also have a lot to get to on this busy Monday morning, including breaking news on President Biden's new call for Supreme Court reforms this morning. The president is expected to speak later today on this and his proposal to limit presidential immunity that is coming up.
And we begin with the wildfire emergency in California. The Park Fire is the largest fire in the state this year, one of the largest in California history. Thousands have been forced from their homes. Dozens of homes and buildings have been destroyed. Mola Lenghi starts us off from the fire zone in Chico, California. Good morning, Mola.
Well, good morning, George. This is the Cal Fire Command Center for one of the largest wildfires in California history. Thousands of firefighters and hundreds of fire trucks on the ground here racing to contain one of the largest fires that has already destroyed dozens and dozens of homes and businesses and threatening thousands more.
This morning, California's largest fire of the year, continuing its rapid spread, forcing new evacuations. Nayeli Orozco already lost her home and business.
We left everything behind. All of our personal belongings, all of the enclosures, all the supplies.
The Park Fire burning over 560 square miles with only 12% containment.
Whatever we had can be replaced.
At least 100 homes and buildings have been destroyed in just 5 days.
So here we are.
Like Liz Jinke, who had to leave her horse sanctuary. 17 of the sanctuary's riding horses forced to stay behind.
They are not used to fending for themselves. They get fed every day. They are living in a 20-acre field. And it was kind of hard to watch them leave and run.
42-year-old Ronnie Stout being arrested on suspected arson for allegedly pushing this car while it was on fire down an embankment, sparking one of the fastest moving fires in recent memory. The battle against the blaze being fought on multiple fronts, from the air and on the ground with over 4,700 personnel. Officials expect it will take at least a month to knock down the Park Fire.
Well, fortunately, at this point, no reported injuries and no missing people. Everyone at this point is accounted for. Meanwhile, the 42-year-old man suspected of arson in this fire is scheduled to be arraigned later today, Robin.
Yes, he is. But as you said, thankfully at this point, no one has been injured. Mola, thank you. We're going to bring in Ginger with a forecast for the fire zone and the air quality alerts from all the smoke from the wildfires. Ginger.
You know, that part of California is having their hottest and driest start to the summer on record. So there's a reason that this is exploding so fast. And we have a lot of that. They're not alone with the dry and the hot. And that's why we've got those air quality alerts from the Cascades right down through the Rockies. The red flag warnings are both representative of the wind gusts that could go up to 30+ miles per hour, but also the really low relative humidity. We're talking down to 4% for Grand Junction or Cheyenne. So anything that gets started is going to take off. And so you've got a lot of fire concern out west. More than 850 active large wildfires in Canada as well. Most of the smoke here into Nevada is going to be near surface. That's really bad for air quality, even if you're not just a sensitive group. And a quick look at the heat, excessive heat warnings under this ridge for Wichita over to Jonesboro, Memphis also in there, and Chico, by the way, by Thursday gets back into the 100s. The heat's returning.
Man. Okay, Ginger, thank you. We're going to get the latest now in the race for the White House. Vice President Harris closing ground on former President Trump after raising more than $200 million in her first week as a candidate. Rachel Scott is tracking the race from Washington. Good morning, Rachel.
Hey, George, good morning to you. We are less than 100 days out from the November election, and this is an entirely different campaign. It's only been a week since President Biden dropped out of the race, and now Vice President Kamala Harris hoping to seize on that new momentum from Democrats. This morning, the 2024 race now kicking into high gear, with the November election less than 100 days away.
We got a fight ahead of us, and we are the underdogs in this race.
Vice President Kamala Harris has only been in the race for a week, already raising $200 million. And her first big decision, choosing a running mate. Harris is considering about a dozen Democrats, from Arizona Senator Mark Kelly to Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker.
I had a great conversation with her, and I pledged to her that no matter what the outcome of this process, that I'd be working hard for her.
To Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro and Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, both hitting the campaign trail for Harris.
Are you ready to beat Donald Trump? Are you ready to beat J.D. Vance?
Donald Trump's running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, facing backlash for these comments he made 3 years ago, disparaging Harris and other Democrats for not having children.
We're effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made, and so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too.
Vance now offering up this explanation overnight.
Of course, for a whole host of reasons, it's not going to work out for some people. We should pray for those people and, of course, have sympathy for them. I still think that means we should be pro-family, generally speaking, as a party. And I think that our country has become particularly hard for parents, especially under the policies of Kamala Harris.
After surviving an attempted assassination, former President Trump says he's now backing away from his calls to tone down the rhetoric.
They all say, I think he's changed. I think he's changed since 2 weeks ago. Something affected him. No, I haven't changed.
Trump, who also spoke to a conservative Christian event this weekend, told the crowd they won't have to vote anymore if he's elected.
Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years.
Democrats pouncing. The Harris campaign saying democracy is under assault by Donald Trump. The Trump campaign pushing back, insisting that the former president was talking about the importance of faith and how he could unite the country. Democrats clearly saw that differently. Donald Trump starting to sharpen his attacks against his new rival, Vice President Kamala Harris, mocking her laugh, mispronouncing her name, calling her unhinged and extreme. Vice President Kamala Harris responding to those new attacks from both Trump and Senator J.D. Vance, calling it all just plain weird, Robin.
All right, Rachel, our thanks to you. We're going to bring in our political director and Washington Bureau Chief, Rick Klein, to break down the latest polls for us. Good morning to you, Rick.
Yeah, good morning, Robin. As Rachel said, this is an entirely different race than it was just a week ago. And one thing is for certain, it is close. We've had 4 major polls come out just since Joe Biden left the race and endorsed Harris. You have anything from a Harris +2 to a Trump +3, basically a tied race, all within the margin of error. We've also gotten some initial battleground state polling that's encouraging for Democrats, a tie in Pennsylvania. Trump up by just a single point in Wisconsin. That's better than Joe Biden was doing in both of those states. He was trailing in the 538 polling average right before he left the race. And it has been quite a honeymoon for Vice President Harris. Just in the space of a week. So a week ago, 35% of the country saw her favorably. Now it is up to 43. That includes a big jump among independents. She is now the very rare politician viewed more favorably than unfavorably, at least for the moment. On the other side, we've seen kind of the opposite happen for Donald Trump. Coming out of his convention and that assassination attempt. We talked last week, he had got to a 4-year high in favorability of 40%. Now it's down to the mid-30s, back where it's been for a long time. And J.D. Vance, this has not been a good debut week for him. The number of people who view him unfavorably jumped by 8 points in the space of a week. Look at that gap, 15 points underwater overall, Robin.
And overall, Rick, it does appear that with the voters, that they're more pleased with this current matchup than they were with the rematch with Biden and Trump.
Yeah, we've seen a big shift in that, Robin. Just a week ago, 14% of the country said they were unfavorably inclined to support either one of the candidates. You called them the double haters. Now that number is cut in half. And check this out, the enthusiasm gap that Democrats have worried about, at least for now, entirely erased. Democrats enthusiastic about Kamala Harris's candidacy, just like Republicans are for Trump. And this is a striking number. 49% of independents say they are enthusiastic about Kamala Harris. Compare that number to Trump's, and you see how this race has been turned on its head, Robin.
All right, Rick, our thanks to you, as always. Rebecca?
All right, Robin, thank you. We go overseas now with fears of a wider war as Israel threatens retaliation after it says a Hezbollah attack killed 12 children on a soccer field. Matt Rivers is on the scene with the latest. Good morning, Matt.
Yeah, good morning, Rebecca. That blast site now closed to the public here in the Israel-controlled Golan Heights as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has just arrived here for a visit. Many in this grieving community angry with him, calling for him to come out to talk to them. Netanyahu's visit not announced beforehand. The Prime Minister coming here to lay wreaths for the victims. ABC News at that spot yesterday where the IDF says that a Hezbollah rocket landed, killing 12 children that were playing soccer on that field. And now we await Israel's response. Its cabinet this morning authorizing what authorities say will be a large-scale attack. But what that looks like and when, we still do not know. Lebanon's civil defense said several people were killed this morning in an Israeli drone strike, but a larger response is still expected. Secretary of State Antony Blinken speaking with Israel's president earlier today, urging all sides of this conflict to de-escalate. Robin?
Yes, indeed. All right, Matt, our thanks to you. We have the latest now on the death of Sonya Massey, who was killed by a police officer in her own home. Vigils were held across the country on Sunday as her death was officially ruled a homicide. Alex Perez has the latest.
We will not stop saying her name.
This morning, growing calls for justice in the police shooting of Sonya Massey. Peaceful marches in more than 20 cities this weekend. Demonstrators demanding Massey's killing and the plight of black women never be forgotten.
We will no longer stand for the disrespect.
Body camera video shows Deputy Sean Grayson and his partner arriving at Massey's home in Springfield, Illinois, July 6th after she reported a prowler. The encounter turns deadly when she goes to take a pot of boiling water off of the stove.
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
I
rebuke you in the name of
You better not. I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the pot! Drop the pot! Drop the
19 shots fired.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Moments after the shooting, Deputy Grayson explaining the situation to responding officers who ask, "Where's the gun?"
Where's the gun?
No, she had a boiling water and came at me with boiling water.
You shot her?
Yeah. She said she was going to rebuke me in the name of Jesus and came out with boiling water.
Records show Grayson worked at 6 police departments in 4 years, got 2 DUIs, and was discharged from the Army for serious misconduct.
And Grayson was fired and charged with murder. He has pleaded not guilty. He's also filed a grievance arguing he was fired without just cause. George?
Okay, Alex, thanks very much. We're going to switch gears now. Time for GM8 Summer Games, packed with action after a stunning opening ceremony. Lara is in Paris with all the highlights. Good morning, Lara.
Good morning to you, George. Yeah, the fans here for the Paris Olympics were eager to see the U.S. women's gymnastics team compete, and it was a rather star-studded crowd. We're talking Lady Gaga, John Legend, Chrissy Teigen, Tom Cruise, Ariana Grande, just to name some of the celebs that were there to cheer on Team USA. And our athletes, they did not disappoint. This morning, Team USA chasing glory and gold, led by the GOAT, Simone Biles, dominating in women's gymnastics, sticking perfect landings and executing stellar routines. Biles and Suni Lee claiming their spots in the all-round individual finals, marking the first time 2 Olympic all-round champions will go head-to-head. But this stumble by the 27-year-old veteran earlier during the warm-ups kept onlookers on edge, wrapping her injury and continuing, propelling her closer to Olympic gold. Her coach, speaking of the injury, saying, it was never in her mind to not compete. In the pool we go, American swimmer Tori Husk taking the gold for the women's 100-meter butterfly, beating her teammate Gretchen Walsh by just 0.04 seconds. It was redemption for Husk, who missed making the podium in the Tokyo Olympics 2020 by 1/100th of a second, and a special moment of camaraderie, inviting Walsh to join her at the top of the podium during the medal ceremony as the national anthem played behind them. For the men, swimmer Nick Fink also medaling, taking home the silver, tying with the world record holder Adam Peaty of Great Britain in the 100-meter breaststroke final. And the wins didn't stop there. Lee Kiefer, now a back-to-back gold medalist in foil fencing. Her teammate, Lauren Scruggs, taking silver, making history, becoming the first black fencer to win an Olympic medal in an individual women's event for Team USA. And on the court, LeBron James and Kevin Durant leading the way in USA's match against Serbia. The team cruising to a 110-84 victory to start their Olympic run. Also hot on the Olympic trail to victory, women's soccer. Team USA notching their second win over Germany and claiming their spot in the quarterfinals. What an amazing weekend here for Team USA. And guys, James Longman has been zigzagging all over Paris to catch some of the events. You just arrived coming from men's diving. Do tell.
Oh, it was extraordinary. Tom Daley was in action for Team GB. Him and his partner Noah Williams, they got silver in the 10-meter synchronized diving. So good to see. What an athlete he is.
I love that. I'd love to hear that for you and for Tom Daley personally. And you had the pleasure of seeing Simone Biles up close. You said she was explosive.
She's just extraordinary. The thing about Simone Biles is that because her difficulty level is so high, she can make a couple of mistakes and it doesn't matter. And the thing about seeing these athletes in person, you know, I was at the Tokyo Games, COVID Games, no one in the stands. This is so different, and you can see the smile on Simone's faces, on her face, the smile of the other girls. I mean, it's just electric. They love the crowds. The crowds love them.
That energy of the crowd really lifting them up, and that injury seemingly not going to be a problem for her. It looks that way. But you were just telling me, and I want you to share, the other star of the Olympics are the venues.
I mean, just extraordinary. The fencing, it's in the Grand Palais, which is a vaulted, beautiful 200-year-old building. We've got the beach volleyball, which is at the foot of the Eiffel Tower. It's incredible.
Really great stuff, and so much more to come. We have 12 medals, and today we've got some women's basketball, guys. We're here for it, but for now, back to you.
You are there for it. And I got to say, guys, seeing the big smiles on the athletes' faces is priceless. Matches your big smiles. Thank you.